This is from Roberta's, a 4-generation flower emporium, dynasty, if you will. Hard to find yet easy to grow flowers. Daylilies. We were all like, okay, we can do a daylily. If nothing else, we can definitely do a daylily. But normally daylilies have a short blooming period. These ones are reblooming, so they've extended that time. And they have fragrance. Daylilies normally don't have fragrance. So they're fragrant and reblooming, under $20 for a 6-piece set. You're looking at Devin. I'm going to introduce to you the guy that you're looking at, his picture. So in the picture, and then there's Devin. In the picture, and then there's Devin. This is Devin Walleen. Nice to see you, my friend.
Rachel. Good to see you.
Thank you for bringing these to us. And I just mentioned Roberta's is hard to find yet easy to grow. Tell me how hard it is to find reblooming fragrant daylilies.
Right, so we scour the world to find the very best varieties of all plants, and daylilies especially, because daylilies, they are the heart and soul of the American garden.
Yeah.
You cannot, in my opinion, if you have a garden, you have to have daylilies. A garden without daylilies is not a garden at all.
Okay.
But there's a lot of varieties, like you're saying. There's over 35,000 varieties of daylilies that exist in the world. So when we were formulating this collection with our friends over in Holland, we asked them to narrow it down to the very best daylilies.
Right.
So we started with daylilies that are all reblooming. And the technical classification of a reblooming daylily is that they bloom twice as long as a typical daylily.
Okay.
So that means these are going to give you up to 4 months of beautiful flowers.
So normally a daylily at your big box store blooms for 2 months.
Right, and these will bloom twice that.
Will bloom for 4. Love it.
Yes, and these are all fragrant. That takes us down to the top 1% of all daylilies.
Oh, and we're getting a 6-piece set,
You're getting
right?
6 pieces,
Okay.
2 different colors, 3 of each.
Great.
And we picked these 2 varieties, the Francis of Assisi, which is this beautiful candy apple red, and the South Seas, which is this coral tangerine, because not only do they have some of the brightest, most beautiful, richly colored flowers, they are some of the absolute most fragrant of all the fragrant daylilies.
You know what, and since we debuted this, 6,400 have already been reserved, and they'll be shipping out to us around the country at the appropriate time. Couple things for you to know. Free shipping and handling on this. It is a feature price of under $20. When you're talking about a 6-piece collection, I think we probably have stills on this.
Yes.
It's like $3 and change for
It's an
each
incredible
one,
value,
which
right.
is incredible for a perennial, right? So you'll only pay for this once, the $19.98, and they're going to come back time after time after time, but not the same 1 or 2 flowers.
You're
Devin, what's going to happen?
Hundreds and hundreds of these beautiful flowers. From one collection the first year, you can expect up to 400 to 500 flowers from one collection.
Whoa.
The second year, up to 1,000, so you can make a beautiful little kind of sanctuary like you just saw there.
Yeah.
And by the third year, when these are in their full glory, you can expect up to 2,000 flowers from one collection.
Okay. In the first year, I'm getting 400 to 500 flowers. Did I hear that properly? Okay, 400 to 500 flowers. So now I'm going to ask you, because you're the expert here, where do these go? Where do the daylilies go?
They go anywhere in the garden, everywhere. We had them at my family's house in Indiana. We had them at the very front of the garden, right by the road. It was really far away from the hose. We never watered them, but it didn't matter. You don't have to water daylilies. They are drought tolerant, heat resistant, winter hardy perennials. I love seeing them in borders, along walkways. You can make a wonderful back of the garden, flower garden with these. They are so beautiful and so effortless. But what I love are the varieties that we've picked. So if you go to your garden center or your box stores and you ask them for a fragrant reblooming daylily, they'll say, sorry, we can't help you, that we don't have anything. Oh, I've never heard of a fragrant reblooming daylily.
Right, I hadn't even until this year. I just thought, oh, well, daylilies will be reblooming, but they won't have any fragrance. Exactly, and I miss a fragrance.
I know, I love it.
Right.
Yeah, but they may point you in the direction of a flower that looks like this. This is the Stella d'Oro. This is the most common reblooming daylily, and it's nice, but the flowers are just this single color of yellow, and they're quite small compared to any of our flowers. You see the size difference between our Francis of Assisi and these Stella d'Oros? There's no comparison, and ours are fragrant. So
okay, first of all, this is like 4 times the size. Or 5. I mean, like, this was like a little, tea saucer, and this this is your dinner plate.
Yes.
This is crazy.
We're all about the bigger flowers.
Yeah, I like bigger with gusto. It's M58859. We've got we've over 600 picked up in this show alone, so now we're closing in on 7,000 picked up. 2 different varieties, so you get this great crimson and then also the coral. How do they come, and can you show me how to plant it?
I would love to, just show you guys how easy it is. Daylily 101 right here. So this is one of the 6 roots that you're going to be receiving at home, and you see the roots are what shoot downwards. And here, where the roots kind of start, this is called the crown. Now, if you forget anything that I'm about to say, don't worry. Every order comes with our growing guide,
which I love.
Has full instructions, includes the warranty, and just gives you, makes you rest assured that it's going to be an easy process. And these are a cinch. So all you do, you take your daylily, you go out to your flower beds, your borders, along your walkways, you dig a little hole. Now, in the hole, you place your daylily, and you take the soil and you just cover it. Cover the crown. You see, I have the little growth sticking right up.
Oh, that's
great. All that you do. That's all that you do. You just planted your daylily. Then what you do, you take your Flower Magic and your Spray and Flourish. And you add this to some water. And because those are both concentrates, so a little bit goes a real long way. And you water it in, and you just planted your first daylily. And now that you've planted it, it's going to look gorgeous every single year, bringing you all of these beautiful, fragrant daylily flowers.
So they're going to bloom time and time again. First of all, it's a perennial, so you're not buying an annual. The 1998, you don't have to come back again and say 1998 for another annual. 1998 is it, all in, and it is going to multiply exponentially. Right. And free shipping and handling, and we're getting 2 varieties.
Look at that. Yes, we saw the Francis of Assisi. Here is the South Seas. Look at that vibrant, rich color. You're going to have flowers up to 4 months every single year. This is a true power perennial. It comes back every year. If you have an area, it's at the very back of your garden where the hose doesn't reach, try planting these there because they are a cinch and they bring you such rewarding flowers all summer long.
I love it. Can we invite Paul in from Massachusetts?
Please.
Hi, Paul. I'm Rachel. This is Devin. How are you this morning?
How you doing?
Great.
Hey, Paul.
Are you picking something up this morning?
Yeah, picking the daylilies up. I just love daylilies. I have the standard orange ones, but they just seem like they're gone before you know it, you know?
Yes.
I know. That's why we love the rebloomers, because they're going to bloom so much longer. And like the orange ones that you have, I'm sure you know how easy they are. These are just as easy, so you can
they
rest
come up
assured.
everywhere. You know, they don't need very little care, you know?
Exactly. That's why I love them.
And Paul, I think you're going to find these are very different from ones that you picked up at the big box. First of all, they're bigger.
The flowers are much larger.
Yeah, they are much bigger, you know.
Yeah, and you see, they all have multiple colors, and each flower has a few different colors going on, so they bring such beauty to your garden.
When do you usually split them, though? You know, they get, you know, after they multiply, so.
You know, by around the 3rd season is a great time to divide them if you'd like to. And in our instructions, we totally outline everything you need to know about doing that. So it really just kind of lays it out for you. Don't worry about that.
Good.
Paul, is this your first time picking up something from Roberta's, or have you purchased before?
Oh, no, I've purchased several items. I've purchased their lavender, and I've gotten several tips. I'm just getting anxious to plant.
I know, me too. I think spring is finally here.
You know?
I know, we're all anxious to plant. Oh, Paul, I'm so glad you picked these up, and please call back and let us know how these work out for you, okay?
Yeah, Magnolia is a little, we're in, oh, that's my dog barking.
Yeah.
Thank
you, Paul.
Just outside of Gloucester.
Oh, you're in Gloucester, okay. Well, I hope that it gets warm sooner rather than later. Take care, Paul.
My dog, he's the one coming.
Bye.
Thanks, Paul.
Take care. So let me give you an update on what's going on. So just this month, we've sold about 8,000 sets. We have fewer than 2,000 remaining. And if you are, we're all itching to get out there and start planting, at least on the East Coast here, and make as many orders and as many as you need. Because at under $20, if you're looking at...
It's an incredible value.
The value is great, but also the return in terms of the beauty and the fragrance. You finally have daylilies that rebloom and are fragrant. So can you tell us when we get them?
Definitely. A lot of the shipping windows are starting to open up if you're curious when you'll receive your plants, just locate wherever you are in the map, and that corresponds to a date. That represents the week that we start shipping to your region, so that when that week opens up, you'll receive your plants at the perfect time. And we have our Gotta Grow guarantee. We want to make sure you're happy. So for perennials like this daylily, that's 1 year.